Hey guys, Centaurn here, and welcome to another episode of the Timelord of Azeroth. Today we are in Zangarmarsh at the Cenarian Refuge with Kerpheus, and we are going to start this whole new zone today.
Ishnu Daldie, Goddess watch over you.
We came to Outland expecting to find small pockets of life. What we discovered in Zangarmarsh was a lush environment with a thriving ecosystem. Our initial assessment of the area was deceiving, however. The water levels at the lakes and marshes have consistently been going down since we started taking measurements. The impact this could have on the local animal and plant life is disastrous. Go to Umbrafen Lake, southwest of here, and look for clues related to this water depletion.
Elune, light your path. May the stars
Before we do that,
guide you.
before you leave Cenarian Refuge, make sure you speak with Warden Hamut. He's in charge of the expedition's security. He would never forgive me if I didn't send a seasoned adventurer like you his way.
Elune, light your path.
We're going to leave those other ones for now. Those are the breadcrumbs into dungeons. Okay, let's talk to the warden.
Hail.
Yisol sent you? Of course I can use someone like you. We're always in need of a little muscle.
Farewell.
While the druids from the expedition have made themselves busy studying plants and researching the lakes, I've made it my business to deal with the hostiles in the area. Ever since we set foot in Zangarmarsh, the Naga have launched lethal attacks against us without warning. We've done our best to keep them at bay, but our resources are limited. I want you to go to the various Naga strongholds in Zangarmarsh and show them that we're not to be crossed. Bring me their claws as proof of your victories. And I believe we have one more to pick up over here. I believe. Is this?
What do you need,
Nope,
stranger?
that's not it. Okay. Never mind. Okay. We are going to head to... We're going to head south to the warm welcome and the disturbance. So in the last two episodes, you've seen repeat content based on the storylines going into a neutral quest line. Zangarmarsh have decided to change that up. We have more dredge hoods out here. Oh, we have... We pulled just about everything that we could there. That was... That could have been bad. Okay, let's get this talent point taken care of. Alright, one thing that I have forgotten about is that I have Chimera Shot, not Arcane Shot. We have to finish, I think we have to finish this, the Warm Welcome quest first. What I should have done is clear my bags. That would have been a good idea. That's all the claws we need. So while we're running back to Cenarian Refuge, I want to talk about really quick how we're going to handle Zangarmarsh. So at the end of Hellfire Peninsula, you guys saw that we had two very similar episodes because we hit a neutral quest zone, and in order to get to Zangarmarsh with any storyline, I kind of had to do the same quests twice on both characters. And it kind of made a boring second video. The way we're going to handle Zangarmarsh is that we're going to split up the neutral zones, which mainly means Cenarian Refuge, and I'll just do all of the quests in the Horde and Alliance camps. Now, some of those are the same, some of them are different. As long as it's specific to those camps, I will do both storylines. But for something like the Cenarian Refuge, we're basically just splitting them up into the two camps of doing half of them on Crephaeus and half of them on Zygon. I didn't go too far. Alright, talk to the Warden first. Oh, oops. That was... Let me get off of him and try this again. There we go.
What brings you here?
It's good to see you again, Crephaeus. How's your hunt for the Naga going?
Goodbye.
Good job, Crephaeus. You do well to shed any feelings of remorse you might harbor. These Naga are vicious creatures, even more so than the Azerothian ones.
Ancestors watch over you.
I think we probably should have turned the other one in first, because I think our next setup is with Warden.
I am honored. Asha Thela.
The Naga are behind this, but why? From what you described, that steam pump must be part of the cause of the water levels dropping in the marsh. No matter, this explains their open hostility towards us. Let's not waste any time. I need you to perform another task for us.
Goddess watch over.
We must determine how widespread the Naga activity truly is and react accordingly. Exploring each body of water in Zangarmarsh could be a lengthy undertaking. If you allow me to, I will use my magic to mold your shape to one more suited to scouting the marsh. Hold this amulet above the balcony near me. When you're ready to begin, I will guide your way back to safety after we're done.
May the stars guide you.
It's just like the structure you described at Brumfin Lake. Does this mean the Naga are pumping water out of all the lakes in Zangarmarsh? The Naga are even pumping the water out of their own lake. What purpose could that possibly serve? There, those pipes all appear to be connected to that structure. It can't possibly fit all the water they've been stealing. Where are they keeping it? What we saw explains what happened to the dead mire. There was a lake here once. If we don't stop the Naga, all of the marsh will soon look like this.
What brings you here? Go in peace. Elune light your path.
It is as I expected. The Naga have set up pumping stations at all the major lakes in Zangra Marsh. They must be stopped if the marsh is to have a future.
Goddess watch over.
I cannot begin to comprehend why the Naga would drain the water out of their own habitat. What I do understand is a need to put a stop to their operation. These seeds carry with them the rage of the earth. Take them to the steam pumps operated by the Naga and use them on their controls. The vines that grow from the seeds will be as thick as your arm and as strong as iron. Go, Crephaeus, restore the balance that the Naga have upset.
May the stars guide.
These marshes are beautiful. Wouldn't you agree? That is, except for the Naga forces draining the water away. I sent a small expedition to the Coilfang Reservoir to investigate the Naga, and they haven't returned. I'm concerned that something may have happened to them. Would you travel to the slave pens underneath Serpent Lake and find Watcher Zhang?
Go in peace. Asha Fela.
We have not, as of yet, been able to stop the... Oh, we'll wait on this one,
Go
actually.
in peace.
Okay, we're going to queue up for the slave pens, I think. Let's see, are we even high enough level to queue up for the slave pens? Burning Crusade specific. We can do the slave pens, yes, okay. So we'll queue up for the slave pens. Can we go, is there... I think Warden Hamut may have... I cannot get up these ramps. I think he may have another quest for us. Let's see. But this should be a short one that's just... No, he doesn't. Okay.
Greetings. Goodbye.
Yep, okay. I had entirely expected him to have one. It's okay. While we're doing this, we are going to take these wanted posters, though. A bounty is hereby declared by the Cenarian expedition on Raja Haghazed, leader of the Darkrest Naga. Haghazed was last sighted by the Cenarian scouts at the lagoon in the central southern region of Zangarmarsh. The Darkrest have been linked to numerous attacks against the Cenarian expedition, and their leader is considered extremely dangerous. Those seeking to claim the bounty are advised to report to Warden Hamut. A bounty is hereby declared by the Cenarian expedition for Rajas Fieshi? Leader of the Bloodscale Naga. Fiash? Oh my god, I'm actually saying it. The Naga... Let's try this again. A bounty is hereby declared by the Cenarian expedition for Rajas Vyash. Vyash? Listen. A bounty is hereby declared by the Cenarian expedition by Rajas Vyash, leader of the Bloodscale Naga. The Naga sorceress was last sighted at Serpent Lake in the northern region of Zangramarsh. The Bloodscale are to be considered extremely dangerous, and their leader is to be approached with extreme caution. Those seeking to claim the bounty are advised to report to Warden Hamut at Cenarian Refuge. I thought... Nope, we don't have anything. Okay. So we have 3 targets here. And I think the way we're going to do this is go south and then back up. Now, can I get the blessings? I cannot. Okay. I have to actually get to that quest. Hopefully, while we're on our way, before we start getting into the controls, we will get into the slave pens. Or at the least, we'll have better luck than we've been having with the Hellfire Peninsula dungeons, where right in the middle of storylines, they start popping up. I still forgot to empty my bags. And I think we're on the same quest mission, or the same quest line as that Night Elf Warrior. So we're going to run into him, I think, a couple more times. My only fear is that once we get out to Haghaze, that he's going to get it first, and then we'll have to wait. Alright, that's one of them down. I almost forgot we had to get over here. We have 2 more lake controls to disable, and then 1 more leader to kill. Now we do have to get to the other side of this camp. Middle of the Naga camp is not where I'm hoping to get this. Get put out after this. Well, that's one way to get out of the trouble.
Hello, stranger.
My village was able to escape the Naga onslaught at first. We would have made it to Nagrand had it not been for my brother. He sold our souls for his own freedom. Now he works here as a slave driver, whipping his own brothers until their backs bleed. Make him a new pay, Torin. You have to help me. We were sent here to investigate the various parts of the reservoir, but my friends haven't come back yet, and it's been a long time. That's why I need you to discover what's become of them. Natural's Bite and Weeder, Green Thumb, went this way. From what Nahud has told me, 2 mighty creatures, Rockmar the Crackler and Quagmiran, were among the first enslaved by the Naga when they arrived. They helped to subjugate many of the native races of Zengrimarsh. Though it pains me greatly to ask you to do so, you must put them down.
Del Nadris, Goddess watch over you.
What are you doing all the way down here? As you can see, we aren't. It isn't exactly safe. Okay. Have I not gotten multi-shot yet? Oh, that's not good. That was my bad.
You brought this on yourselves. Deserve this.
It is hard to keep track of the storylines in dungeons. So when you guys watch this, you see that I pause to read the quest texts in immersion, and it's because it's the only way I can really do it realistically. But while I'm playing, I have no idea why I'm going through the slave pens like this, who we're killing or why we're killing them. Oh, I should probably not have my pet on assist. Oh, we lost Vincent. And for some reason, I don't have a revive pet on my bar, so we'll just have to do the rest without him. I'll figure that out later. I believe that's everything we need out of here. And what we're going to do is teleport out and then teleport back in. That way I can turn in all those quests.
We survived.
Manu's death will not fix the broken backs of my family and friends, but it will give them a chance to live the rest of their lives free.
You come back sometime.
Ishnu Allah. Farewell.
The loss of life, the loss of life, it pains me. Thank you, Crephaeus. When we are all reunited, the Naga won't stand a chance.
Del Naga.
Did you slay them?
Goddess watch over you.
I'm glad that their spirits are now free. I wish we could say the same for the rest of their kind. There is still much work to be done, especially in There is still much work to be done, especially elsewhere in Coilfang.
Be careful.
And that is that dungeon done. Now we get right back into And we picked up another one. All right, the schematics you've obtained show an underground system of drains and pumps that connect the lakes in the region to Serpent Lake. If the schematic is correct, there's a giant drain in the center of Serpent Lake. Confirm this and bring the news to the Cenarian Refuge. This is one of those instances where the dungeon actually makes more sense later. We really should have waited for the dungeon. We should have waited for the dungeon till after this quest. From a strictly a storyline telling aspect. We are going to go and get... I like that Vincent is flying underwater. I don't know why that's satisfying to me. We're gonna get on the island for a moment so I can look at my talent points. Grab Tar Trap and... let me reset because I cannot move that. Weird. I don't know why. Well, we're going to put that there. For some reason, I can't move spells right now. That's okay. We can deal with that. I really just want to move Tar Trap. We have some mud fins that might be a problem. Try to avoid them. Not really a problem, but if I can avoid fighting in water, I do. But as I was saying, from a storytelling perspective, seeing as to get to the slave pens, we would have gone down this drain into Coil Fang. It just would have made more sense. Okay, the drain's located. We still have one more control to disable. Okay, we are out of the water. We can get back to the road and head out towards that last lake control. We've not reached that camp yet. This is one of the weirder things about doing these things as storylines, is that you do end up where you're in areas of zones. At least through Burning Crusade, probably, I'm going to guess, Wrath of the Lich King is going to be much the same. Where you're in areas of zones before the story would require you to be. It took on a lot more than I thought it was going to. Up. And that should be all of those quests done. So we've gotten through most of the Naga stuff, and we know that they are draining all the water into Coilfang. We have not yet discovered why, at least in this playthrough. Many of you know why. Many of you know what's going on already. I understand that. I actually know what's going on because I've tested this whole playthrough, at least in Zangarmarsh. I had done, before I started doing these Let's Plays, I had tested them, and I tested 2 zones, and that was Hellfire Peninsula and Zangarmarsh. Now, I only tested them on the Horde side, but it gave me the information I needed to know what's going on, why it's going on, how the quests kind of link together, which is why the Horde side has looked much better logistically than the Alliance side looked near the end of Hellfire Peninsula. But in this playthrough, what we know, the Naga are draining the waters from Zangarmarsh. We now know that it is going into Coilfang Reservoir. And we've been through the slave pens to take care of that side of it. Now, I think for this playthrough, based on doing the Naga storyline, the Bloodscale storyline, all of this that we're doing right now, I think the Horde is going to go through all of the dungeons. Oh, they got me. I didn't think they were going to get me. Oh, and that is such a far way to run. You guys are going to... Oh, that's embarrassing. I was hoping that I would get ahead of that. I do know they're there. I'm not... What's funny is it's actually... During this quest line, during testing, this exact same thing happened. I was really hoping I would just have beaten them. That's okay. It happens. We can move on. Okay, now that we're getting back to the Cenarian Refuge. We do have one or two more things to do before we end this episode, and that is around the drain schematics. Okay. Let's do... First, let's do these Warden Hamut turn-ins, so I don't have to do them again. Don't have to think about trying to run up this ramp.
Peace, friend. Ancestors watch over you.
I didn't like the Naga and Azeroth, and I like them less here. It's a real shame our mission could not remain a peaceful one, but you won't see me shedding a tear for dead Naga. Here's the reward for taking care of the Dark Crest leader, Crephaeus.
Go in peace.
I bet the Bloodscale would think twice about attacking Expedition scouts again. Take this as a reward, Crephaeus. You've earned it.
Farewell.
I am going to have to come back up here, and I know it. I know exactly what I have to come back up here for. Didn't even think about it. It's all right.
Ishnudaldiek. Goddess watch over you.
It has been done then. The marsh has been saved for now. Don't think for a second that this will be the last we hear of the Naga. We must remain vigilant of our enemy as we continue with our mission in Outland.
Elune like you. I am honored. May the stars guide
What
you.
news do you bring,
Go
Crephaeus?
in peace.
The Naga have turned Serpent Lake into a giant water sink for the rest of Zangarmarsh. What could they possibly be doing? You've done well in bringing this news to us, Crephaeus. We will send a team to investigate this drain you discovered. I have a different task for you in the meantime.
Asha Felal. Goddess watch over you.
The Cenarian expedition has a large organization with a good degree of autonomy. These events are important enough that we need to warn the Cenarian Circle. Do not worry, I will not ask you to travel back to Moonglade. We have emissaries as nearby as Hellfire Peninsula.
Elune like your path. May the stars guide you.
And that is why we should have waited on doing dungeon. That's okay? These are the way things happen sometimes. So we have to head back into Hellfire Peninsula to the Cenarian Circle. The Cenarian Post. And here we thought we were done.
Hello.
The news you bring about the Naga activity in Zangarmarsh is dire. Yissel was wise in sending word to us. She hasn't forgotten that the expedition could not exist without the Circle's support.
Goddess watch over you.
To return to Yissel and let her know that help will be extended to her as soon as possible. Affairs in Moonglade and Silithus have kept our members occupied, but we will do our best to send the necessary resources to the Cenarian Refuge.
Delnadis.
We will turn this in and call this an episode, I think.
Greetings. Asha Felal.
You are a welcome sight, Crephaeus. Matters at the Cenarian Refuge have only gotten worse since you
Go
left.
in peace. Elune light your path.
And that is Draining the Marsh. We have completed our quest line here. So we are going to call this an episode. Somewhere. Oh, when I died, probably. All right, so we are going to call it an episode here. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I'm glad to be out of Hellfire Peninsula. Zangarmarsh is going to go much quicker. It shouldn't be more than 4 or 5 episodes aside. So if you enjoyed it, give it a like, subscribe, do all the YouTube things, and I will see you all in the next one.